Good morning, everyone. It is Friday. It is rainy. It's foggy. It's miserable, and we're stuck at home. But you know what? We're going to make the most of it because what I like to do on these rainy days that I'm stuck at home, I like to read a good book. All right. We have A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline Langle. All right. And we're going to talk about that quiz I posted on your book club for Wrinkle in Time. So I want you all to open up to that book club and get to that quiz. It is posted as a Google form. Now, if your parent or guardian or friend or whoever came up and got your envelope of materials, I did put a copy of that quiz in your envelope. So either have out that quiz on the hard copy or go to your classroom, all right? And throughout this video, feel free to pause so you can get there and make sure that you're on track with us and the rest of us. I'm not going to read the whole chapter to you. I'd love to, but I don't want to waste your time. You guys probably don't want to hear my annoying voice and see my dump of a guest room and everything. So, make sure you stay with us. Feel free to pause. And again, we're just going to talk about that quiz on the chapter titled The Man with the Red Eyes. So to review, and if you see me going back and forth, I just got my computer screen open so I can read off the quiz to you. But we're now on Camazotz, all right? Think, how is Meg Murray feeling? How's Charles Wallace feeling? How's Calvin feeling? All right, what's going on here? All right, this is a very, very strange planet. All right, and I've given you 4 multiple choice questions to answer, and we're going to walk through each of those questions. Again, I'm not going to feed you the answers. If you've already taken this quiz, good for you. I'd like for you to still think about this as we look at this quiz. So, number 1. The question asks, please read the following text. Now, we're on page 109, right at the beginning of this. Oh, you can't even see that. Look at that glare. Oh, sorry, this lamp. Ugh. Okay. We're on number 1, page 109. Please read the following text. No. Meg's voice was flat. Charles is right, Cal. We have to stay together. And then I've got a bracketed ellipsis, which means I've cut off the rest of the text just to save space on the page. What does Meg's voice was flat suggest about the mood of the scene, okay? A says, excuse me, Meg wanted to convey a sense of seriousness so they don't waste time. Say that word with me, convey. 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 Okay, what does it mean to convey? It means we sort of present, we sort of give off, okay? And when something is conveyed, what is sort of given to you? What's given off by that tone in her voice? What is conveyed here? I love that word, okay? So is it A, Meg wanted to convey a sense of seriousness so they don't waste time? Or is it B, Meg is irritated because they cannot find the 3 witches? Or is it C? Oh, here's convey again. Meg's tone conveys a sense of pending danger, okay? All right, pending danger. What's going to happen next, okay? All right? Or is it D, she's trying to be quiet so not to bother the man with the red eyes? So we think about, as we read that chapter, what the tone in her voice as they're here about to go to Central Intelligence on Camazotz. What's going on? All right, what is that tone in her voice convey? Okay, think about that as, of course, you choose the best answer. Let's move on to number 2. Vocab 1, my personal favorites. Okay, please read the following text. People were sitting there like statues. The green of the marble reflecting on their faces made them look bilious. Say that word with me, bilious. Bilious. Say it with me, everyone. Bilious. Isn't that great? And that's on page 110. All right? Everyone looked like statues, and the green reflecting made their faces look bilious. Okay? Now, I look at that word bilious, and I try to think of words I may have heard before, may have seen before. When was the last time we used the word bilious? I mean, maybe you have and I haven't. So, needless to say, I think of that green reflecting on their faces. Based on this portion of the text, the term bilious most likely means what? Is it A, sickly, B, healthy, C, worrisome, or D, cheerful? What do you think it means? I want you to think of, again, with these vocab words, sometimes I like to put it in what I call context. What is happening, the overall scene, and what does everything look like, and what is the overall feeling I'm getting as the reader as I read this chapter, okay? Bilious, and it is a bizarre planet. I mean, I turned down several vacations to Camp Scottsdale. I don't think so. All right, let's move on to number 3, shall we? Okay, here we go. We are still on 110 to 111. Again, these quizzes only focus on a handful of pages. All right, I don't want to drive you too crazy with them. And do your best. Based on the children's observations on pages 110 to 111, which claim could be made about the men in the Central Intelligence Building? Now, when we say claim, we want to think to ourselves, what could be made about, like, how would you, I think it's a fancy way of saying how would you summarize, or how would you best describe it. But remember, claims can be supported with what? Cheyenne, do you remember? Allison? Anyone? What do claim? That's right. Claims are supported with evidence, details, okay, and information from the text. So simply based on what I'm reading in these pages, which claim could be made? All right, about the men in the Central Intelligence Building. Is it A, all sense of individuality has been lost on this planet? All right. Or is it B, this is a violent place and the children must leave at once? Or is it C, Meg and the others will never find Mr. Murray? Or is it D, the witches warned the children not to come and danger lies ahead? Okay, think about it. Think about which claim could be made. And those 4 options are your claims. Those are your options. Which one of those options could be supported by what you're reading between pages 110 and 111? Okay? Staying with me? We cool? All right, we have one more to talk, and then I'll leave you alone for the rest of this rainy, foggy Friday. Right? Okay. Number 4, Charles Wallace's use of quotes. Oh, he's almost invoking Mrs. Who here, because as we know, Mrs. Who speaks in quotes. All right, she uses those quotes from all sorts of famous thinkers, etc., and so forth, to sort of convey, if you will, what's on her mind, and to best put her words, like her feelings and thoughts, through other people's words. Okay, I think it's kind of cool. I like her. I think she's probably a fun person to talk to. So here we are. Which Charles Wallace's use of quotes on page, we're on 113, suggests. What does this suggest, okay? Is it A, he is absolutely impressed by the beauty of the Central Intelligence Agency? Or is it B, he is annoyed with Calvin for joining them on their trip? Or is it C, he's prepared to fight it with all of his strength? Or is it D, he's frightened by it and their current situation? Again, this refers to context, all right? Put it in context. What is happening? What are the kids noticing? What are they seeing? And how are they feeling as we reach this part? All right, Charles starts talking in quotes. Well, if you read a little further, the answer lies right before you, okay? Again, do your best with these. My dogs are now barking, which must be time for me to go. I miss you all. Happy Friday. See you soon. We'll be in touch. All right?